Hello and welcome to episode 3 of W-EPS The Beak. I'm Thomas Morrow.
I'm Mateo Kirstein. Reporting not so live from our studio, we've got some great stories for you today.
Things have been busy here around EPS.
And now here's Oliver with our top story.
When people think of learning, they think of sitting at a desk and listening to a teacher lecture. Not at EPS. For 2 weeks, EPS had the STEM lab set up on the stage. It gave students the opportunity for hands-on learning with technology. Math teacher Dorothy Heidoff explained what the lab was all about.
The STEM lab was 6 different stations where there was some electrical work, some computer work. There was a 3D printer and a wood carver and a virtual reality station. And the kids were allowed to go in and just explore.
Guidance counselor Sonia Richer contacted the Nebraska Public Power District to bring the STEM lab to EPS.
Last year I was looking for presenters to come into my junior high careers class, and when I called in PPD to ask if they would have something, they said, well, hey, you guys should check out our lab, and I wanted to know more about that, and so I kind of worked with somebody and they talked, and then this fall I signed up for 2 weeks.
Science teacher Robert Coates had students work in some areas they were interested in.
Most of them tend to focus on the VR, 3D printer, the carving, and playing with the ollies control. I did have a few students that tried doing some simple circuits and making things with the makey-makeys, but other than that, that was up to them.
5th grade teacher Crystal Borer thinks that it is important to have students experiment.
It definitely benefits them to try things out without help and to not have someone telling them what to do, and they just got to play with it themselves and figure it out on their own.
7th graders William Heilhecker and Corbin Kinney had a chance to work on a variety of projects.
The one thing we did was a wood cutting station where we would put in a design into a computer, and the computer would read it into this wood cutting area where you'd put in your block of wood, tie it down, and then it would, a small drill would come down and drill out your design on it, and you could do all sorts of really cool things with it.
And there was a couple stations where we could use like electrical wire, and like we could build like a little we'd use like a motherboard, and we could like put strings in there and make it do different kinds of things.
According to William Heilhecker and fellow 7th grader Colin Lindgren, problem solving was the key to success.
Yeah, it'd give you this sort of mindset where you would give you a bunch of stuff, try it out. If it didn't work, what worked? Fix on that, and keep going until it works to what you want it to.
It had you figure it out and then do it to what you thought would work, and sometimes you didn't get it work and sometimes you did.
And here's Caleb Miller with the story on the East Coast trip.
While most schools have the traditional senior skip day, we here at EPS offer a more memorable and educational experience. Superintendent Dan Polk believes that there are several benefits of the East Coast trip over the traditional senior skip day.
The biggest thing the board liked about it, and the thing that I pushed when I presented it to the board, was that it's an educational opportunity. Generally, a senior sneak trip is a fun grab and push, go play kind of trip to get out of school and enjoy time with your peers. Where this, you can enjoy time with your peers, but you're going to learn, you're going to experience the East Coast. I'm 53 years old. I've never been to the East Coast. I've never seen the way it's inhabited, the cities and no countrysides basically, and just a learning experience. It's a tremendous educational opportunity. Many people never get to go to the East Coast, and here we have our students do it every year.
The junior class is busier than ever as they prepare for the East Coast trip. Junior Hunter Eastman has high hopes for the trip.
Well, I want to see the Holocaust Museum. There's a lot of history in it. You know, it's a big part of the American history. I want to see the changing of the guards. Everybody says that's a really breathtaking experience. And then obviously Times Square is a trademark of America, big tourist attraction.
Class sponsor and math teacher Dorothy Heidoff chaperoned the trip for her first time last year and is looking forward to doing it again. Although, there are several responsibilities that fall on the chaperone's shoulders.
I have to actually contact the company and get the booking set up, and then we have to make sure that, we collect all the names and the information, get all the paperwork done.
Not only is the trip educational, but it also gives students an opportunity to get up close and personal with some of the East Coast's important historical landmarks. Senior and trip veteran Liam Heidoff offered some valuable advice to students planning on going on the trip.
Wear comfortable shoes, you walk a lot, and make sure you have fun.
Here's Caleb Miller with the weather.
On Monday, it looks to be a bit on the chilly side early in the day. We have temperatures ranging from 27 degrees to a slightly warmer 56 degrees in the afternoon. There may be a slight southeast wind of 45 miles per hour and the possibility of a mild disturbance. On Tuesday, you'll see a significant decrease in temperature from about 12 degrees in the morning to -5 in the afternoon. This may result in a flurry or two. On Wednesday morning, we can look forward to a 50-degree start, increasing to a comfortable 96 by the afternoon. Humidity will be around 98%. Then on Thursday, we have a chance of snow. Right now, we're looking at a 90% chance, but by the time Thursday rolls around, the chance of snow could decrease to about 20. Instead of the snow, we may experience a mild spring shower. On Friday, it's time to break out the shorts for at least a couple of hours anyway. It will finally be a beautiful day. And that's the weather, we think.
Here's Carter Schindler with a report of technology here at EPS.
When people drive into Elgin, the first thing they read is a sign reading, "Some bigger, some smaller, none better." Just as the sign reads, Elgin Public may be small, but none are better. EPS utilizes a lot of modern technology and are ahead in their technological game. Superintendent Dan Polk feels the students of EPS are well prepared technologically.
Well, we've got a lot of different technology in a lot of different areas, and our board and the administration is big on keeping our students up on technology. So when they go to college or go to the 2-year vocational training or even just right out of school can get a job. So I think it's affected our school and that it gives our students new boundaries and some things to look at that maybe other high school students don't get.
Polk also feels EPS is in good shape technologically.
I think we stack up really well, even against the bigger B and A schools that may have a lot of technology. And for a small school, I think we're top notch.
EPS houses several pieces of cutting-edge technology. One example is the plasma cutter in the shop building. It has been used for a number of projects, including metal yard signs. EPS also acquired a drone a few years ago, which has been used for aerial photography among other projects. The broadcast team is currently looking into using said drone in future broadcasts. A piece of technology here at EPS that gets used daily is the smart tables in the new elementary building. Preschool teacher Sue Vanis feels that the smart tables do a good job of teaching basic skills to the preschoolers.
It's used by the students every day during work time. They use it during their choice play for colors, shapes, spatial. Pretty much it will do almost any activity.
EPS also acquired a 3D printer which is located in the science room. Science teacher Bob Cokes explained the importance of providing a 3D printer for the students to use.
3D printer is used to basically take any idea that you can design on the computer and actually make it a three-dimensional object that you can manipulate.
Art teacher Rita Heidoff has been placed in charge of one piece of technology. Heidoff gets a lot of use out of the school's poster printer. The art teacher makes locker signs for nearly all of the student activities here at EPS. Heidoff says it's also a helpful tool for the students.
It saves kids a lot of time. Kids used to have to draw these things out or, try and find some way to make them, especially for speech, where everyone's really busy as it is. If they can just send me the graphics, I can put them together. I have a Photoshop program, and we can print them off. They look nicer, and it just saves a lot of time and work on the kids' part.
Hey Tom, how about you tell us about FCCLA and FFA?
I'd be glad to. When people think of extracurricular activities, they think of sports and fine arts. However, here at EPS, we also have leadership organizations. Leaders are being made in FFA and FCCLA. EPS teacher Julia Swartz has been an advisor for 12 years. Swartz feels that joining FFA is beneficial to students.
I would say the benefit for students being involved in FFA is all of the experiences they get to have
when we go to district and state competitions, as well as them being able to meet other FFA members across the state and even across the nation.
Freshman Joey Getchford is in his first year of FFA. Getchford's favorite part of FFA is being able to meet all the new people.
That you get to meet new people all the time during any convention or any contest that we have.
According to sophomore Olivia Lindgren, her favorite part is that the club is very close and the members are able to interact with each other very easily.
Everybody who are members in FFA are actually really close compared to most organizations, and I like how we all are close and we can talk to each other.
Junior Ali Wimhoff encourages all students who are on a farm or in a town to join FFA.
Definitely. Like, for me, I'm a town kid, so I have little agricultural background, and I've learned so much in FFA, and I've learned to love agriculture a lot. So I encourage it for everyone on and off the farm.
In addition to attending conventions, the FFA also is active in the community. They sponsor a Feed the Farmers lunch and help with the Bolorama. They also grow flowers in the greenhouse and sell them to the local community. FC Soleil is also active at EPS. This year they held a school supply drive and also sold their annual candygrams during Valentine's Day. In addition, the group attends a variety of workshops and conventions. According to first year sponsor Mackenzie Cooper, there are many benefits students can get from joining FCCLA.
By being an FCCLA, students can gain a lot of different leadership skills. For FCCLA, there's kind of something that everyone can be involved in, so it gives them an opportunity to grow and learn about things that they're interested in.
Sophomore Mackenzie Rudolph says students who are in FCCLA are involved in many activities not just for themselves, but for the community.
We have our STAR projects, and then we have our community. So if you don't want to do STAR projects, you help out our community. And during the county fair, we work with inflatables. We help kind of manage things during the fair.
And now let's join Hayes Miller on a journey through the enchanted forest we call prom.
When the beautiful spring weather starts to roll in, everyone has one thing on their mind: prom. It's springtime here at EPS, but apparently no one has told spring. But even with the wintry weather, it didn't stop EPS prom goers. Due to Snowpocalypse 2018, prom was moved back a day. It was held on Sunday, April 15th at the KC Hall. This year's prom theme was Enchanted Forest. The evening began with the Grand March at 5 o'clock, followed by pictures at 5:30 and dinner at 6. The students then danced the evening away. According to prom sponsor Dorothy Heidoff, the weather played a small role in the event.
Well, it completely disrupted everything. We had to move prom from Saturday night until Sunday. We were originally going to start with Grand March at 7 o'clock on Saturday, but we moved it up till 5 o'clock on Sunday and ended the dance by 9.
Of course, prom doesn't just happen. The junior class put in some work to make the night wonderful for everyone. Junior Kira Widger believes her class worked well together.
We just kind of talked about what we were hoping to have for a prom theme, and we all just kind of had the same idea. There wasn't much arguments over anything. We all just ended up actually agreeing on what we wanted.
Post-prom was held at the EPS gym following the dance. Attendees were treated to a hypnotist, pizza, and some terrific prizes. A special thanks to everyone who helped make this a special night memorable for all, for more than just the weather.
So Mateo, heard you have a story about the exchange students.
Why, yes I do. This year, EPS has gotten a couple extra seniors. There are exchange students here to experience what the American school system has to offer. Juan Lopez from Spain, Oliver Kuhn from Germany, are staying with host parents Kurt and Peg Hanlon. I had a chance to sit down with Oliver and Juan to discuss their experiences here at Elsham Public Schools. Why did you decide to become an exchange student?
Well, I guess the opportunity to learn a new language and learn different cultures, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, I've heard about it before. Like, my family has friends, they have been exchange students, and it's been a good experience for them, and thought I might learn something.
Okay. What's the biggest difference you see between your culture and ours?
Well, here, the society is a lot more strict, with everything, and in Spain, is when you first met a person, you give 2 kisses, and here is the hand for everyone, so it's kind of the distance between people.
Yeah, what I got to experience the most is this culture in school, like how the school is. It's a lot different. It's a lot more strict in Germany. I thought ours was strict, but apparently not. This is a whole nother level.
What's been your favorite part of the experience?
I think I met a lot of really good people here. I made a lot of real friends, and I really know like the experience now, and I think I will, if I have sons, kids in the future, I will send them here. Well, not here, but for being an exchange student.
Yeah, I've had a good time so far. I can't complain really. Of course, things are different, but football, I think it was like the best experience. But yeah, I've had an overall good time so far. Yeah, I'd recommend it.
What's been the most challenging part of it?
Oh, challenging. Yeah, challenging. I guess like getting used to the changes with school, like staying in school till 4 p.m. I come home at 1 p.m. at home, and then I don't have after school activities at all. Like they're like offered, but it's like for like little kids mostly. And here, school keeps you busy till 4 p.m. and then you've got to do homework and you've got to do football, all that stuff.
What have you learned throughout this whole process?
Different sports, like here, in Spain I only play soccer. Soccer is my life. And then here I play football, basketball, and I'm doing track now. And the other activities like when I had yearbook, it's been fun.
And here's Mary Nichols with news from the science fair.
At EPS, there are some things students look forward to as much as they look forward to Christmas. One of those events is the annual science fair. Every science student in grades 7 through 12 gets to share this excitement with classmates. It is their chance to work through scientific theory. The first step is finding a topic. Next, the student creates a hypothesis to set up an experiment to test it. Throughout the experimental process, they will begin working on a research paper. In the paper, the students state why they conducted their experiment and what they believe the outcome will be. Following an experimental design worksheet explaining how the students performed the experiment, multiple trials are conducted and the data is collected. Finally, as the science fair quickly approaches, the students will design their science fair boards. This year, the science fair was held on April 9th, running from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. in the Elgin Public Gymnasium. Prior to the event, science teacher Robert Cokes was excited about the upcoming occasion.
The science fair is not so much what I'm going to be doing, it's mostly letting students share their knowledge that they learned through the process of doing their science fair projects. So it's basically following the scientific method and then sharing their information they learned from it. Students gain practical experience in actually applying the scientific method. So instead of just learning the scientific method in class of observing, generalizing, hypothesizing, and testing, they actually get to perform it with something that interests them.
Cokes wasn't the only one to be excited to attend the science fair. Junior, Slade Spangler, had a favorite part of the experience.
The favorite part, I'd say, would be like where I'm actually like testing out with the metals and stuff, with the cell phones and stuff. That really interested me because like it actually gives you like different reactions with different metals, and it's actually really cool to me.
8th grader Jessica Getzfred chose an interesting topic.
It was personal music, and we tested how people react while taking tests to music.
Following an evening of judging, the students anxiously await results that will be revealed during awards night.
That's a wrap-up for episode 3.
Thanks for joining us.
Be sure to catch us next time.
You can also check out our newsletter and find us on Twitter.
I'm Matteo Kirstein.
And I'm Thomas Morrow, reporting from W-EPS, The Beak.
On air, in print, and in the know.
The life of Mrs. Hideoff.
It's a new documentary we're starting.
It's a
we're throwing out
documentary.
the newscast and we're just starting a Dorothy Hideoff documentary.
documentaries.
Yeah.
Here's a wild Hideoff in her natural habitat.
Amazing substitute teachers.
Amazing substitute teachers.
Yeah. You just be yourself. Just talk to Hayes about how it is to be a substitute teacher.
We're about to see wild Angie in her natural habitat. They can be very dangerous, so hold on. Hi, Mom.
I think she doesn't have to interrupt classes, but like, I feel like it's in the name of journalism. Press pass.
Press pass.
Uh-oh.
Zoom out and be there. Press pass.
Get out of here!
Hi,
Carter!
Hey, buddy. Okay, you gotta go back to class.
We're about to enter the depths of the basement of the elementary building. Cut the camera. Get in the bushes, get in the bushes!
And you're in here why?
We're filming a documentary.
Why?
We just came from the depths of the boiler room.
Oh.
Yeah.
Scary place.
Yeah, very.
That's where we put the students who were bad.
That's exactly what I said. I knew it was true.
You've heard it here, folks.
Go bother somebody else. Shoot.
Ouch.
Shoot.
She was the one that sent us.
Don't think you can avoid it. We have the camera. We have some questions for you, Mrs. Ricky.
No comments.
We have questions.
No comment.
I'm Carter Schindler with TMZ. Oh no.
Oh.
Make him stop.
It's a classified area.
We're not allowed in there. Yes.
See that look come out. Thank you. I hear Mr. Eisenhart yelling about oceans or something, so. Alright, cameraman, I'm gonna ask you to go first because my press pass doesn't take me past this line.